Pokrovsk is holding the defense. Myrnohrad is not encircled. A successful counter-sabotage operation is underway in Kupiansk. This was officially confirmed by the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, General Oleksandr Syrskyi. The defense of Pokrovsk continues, and Ukrainian forces currently control nearly 13 square kilometers of the northern part of the city. Myrnohrad remains free from encirclement, and in Kupiansk, Ukrainian forces are carrying out an effective counter-diversion operation, eliminating enemy sabotage groups and securing the city. Two Ukrainian soldiers from the 67th Brigade captured 6 Russian occupiers on the Oleksandrivka direction during a daring and highly coordinated operation. Despite being outnumbered, the Ukrainian fighters acted with speed, precision, and confidence. Using tactical advantage, situational awareness, and flawless coordination, they managed not only to overpower the enemy, but to take 6 prisoners of war alive, a result that demonstrates both combat skills and moral strength. During the operation, Russian artillery attempted to strike the area where their own troops were being captured, apparently trying to prevent them from surrendering and providing information. This once again highlights the brutal reality of how the Russian command treats its own soldiers and expendable assets rather than human lives. Pokrovsk is almost destroyed, but Ukrainian artillery continues to hold the line. The warriors of the 68th Separate Jaeger Brigade are working without rest, striking the enemy during rotations and at concentration points. Russian tactics have changed. They now dig in quickly inside shattered basements, turning every ruin into a firing position. But the response is precise and relentless. Ukrainian forces answer with accuracy, discipline, and unbreakable spirit, systematically destroying the occupiers and stopping their advance. Ukrainian Special Operations Forces are also active in Pokrovsk. Operators of the 8th Special Operations Regiment of Ukraine successfully carried out a combat mission in the forested area of the Donetsk region, neutralizing an enemy reconnaissance and infiltration group. During the operation, Russian forces attempted to use difficult weather conditions and limited visibility to secretly move through wooded terrain and penetrate the rear of Ukrainian defensive positions. Their objective was likely to gather intelligence, disrupt logistics, and prepare conditions for further assaults. However, the movement of the enemy group was detected in time by Ukrainian Special Operations Forces. Acting swiftly and with precise coordination, the SSO unit intercepted the infiltrators and carried out a controlled operation that prevented the breakthrough from taking place. Operators of Ukraine's unmanned systems forces have struck another powerful blow against Russian air defense, destroying 2 Tor M1 systems and 1 Buk M3 air defense system belonging to the enemy. The operation was carried out by the fighters of the 412th Brigade Nemesis of the Unmanned Systems Forces. Within the brigade, the highly trained operators of the Asgard Battalion executed a precise and coordinated strike against Russian surface-to-air missile systems that were actively protecting enemy positions. Confirmed targets include 2 self-propelled air defense missile systems Tor M1, 1 modern long-range air defense system Buk M3. These are not symbolic targets. Each of these systems is designed to protect Russian forces from Ukrainian aircraft, drones, and missile strikes. Their destruction directly weakens Russia's ability to defend its rear areas, command posts, logistics hubs, and troop concentrations. Russian assault troops attempted another attack, but were stopped by Ukrainian Marines of the 503rd Separate Marine Battalion. The enemy launched a group assault on Ukrainian positions, expecting to break through with numbers and pressure. Instead, they ran into a well-prepared defensive line. The Ukrainian Marines met the attackers with calm coordination, strong discipline, and accurate small arms fire. A direct firefight followed. Thanks to superior tactics, situational awareness, and teamwork, the Ukrainian defenders successfully repelled the assault and neutralized the attacking enemy group. The attempt to advance ended in complete failure for the occupiers. An attempted Russian propaganda stunt in the village of Ostapivsky ended in total failure. An enemy serviceman was sent deep into the rear of the Ukrainian Defense Forces with a clear task: to secretly film himself raising the Russian flag in order to create the illusion of control over the settlement. According to available information, the infiltrator had to move nearly 9 kilometers behind Ukrainian lines to carry out this staged operation. During his withdrawal, the infiltrator was detected and eliminated by Ukrainian FPV drones. As a result, the entire operation, meant to serve as a morale-boosting spectacle for Russian media, turned into proof of another failed attempt at deception. The Unmanned Systems Battalion of the 67th Separate Mechanized Brigade Iron Falcons has released powerful footage showing the destruction of a Russian armored column near Oleksiivka. The video clearly documents the aftermath of a failed enemy movement attempt. The Russian column was detected in time and struck with precision as it tried to maneuver near the settlement. Ukrainian operators delivered accurate drone strikes, turning enemy vehicles into burning wreckage and completely halting the column's advance. Oleksiyivka remains under Ukrainian control, and the situation in this sector is being closely monitored. Ukrainian forces continue to systematically dismantle the enemy's offensive potential, step by step reducing its ability to conduct large-scale assaults. A Ukrainian ground combat drone from the 5th Assault Brigade successfully stopped an enemy nighttime assault by destroying a Russian MT-LB armored vehicle. During the night, Russian forces were preparing an assault on the brigade's defensive positions. In response, Ukrainian crews deployed their unmanned ground combat platforms known as Droid, equipped with a 12.7mm heavy machine gun. One of the operators detected the MT-LB using thermal imaging. The enemy vehicle was transporting assault infantry and was moving directly into the targeted fire sector. As soon as the target entered the kill zone, the Ukrainian operator opened precise fire. Short, controlled bursts from the heavy machine gun penetrated the side of the vehicle, disabling both the crew and the assault group inside. The damaged MT-LB lost control and passed just centimeters from the Ukrainian ground drone before being stopped completely after additional accurate strikes to the rear of the vehicle. The Unmanned Systems Battalion continues to systematically strike Russian occupying forces in its area of responsibility. Thanks to the coordinated and disciplined cooperation between reconnaissance units and UAV operators, Ukrainian defenders are able to detect enemy movements with high precision and deliver accurate strikes where the occupiers least expect them. Surveillance drones work continuously, identifying enemy positions, movement routes, and concentration points, allowing strike operators to act swiftly and effectively. This seamless interaction between intelligence and firepower has become a key element of modern battlefield dominance. The enemy is deprived of the ability to move freely, regroup safely, or prepare assaults without being detected and targeted. Ukrainian defenders continue to repel intense Russian assault attempts on the Konstantinivka axis, where the enemy is concentrating growing numbers of attack groups in an effort to push toward the city. Russian forces are increasing the number of assault teams and are relying on harsh weather conditions, fog, low visibility, and frost, hoping these factors will cover their movements and improve their chances of breaking through Ukrainian defenses. However, these calculations are once again being disrupted by the precise and relentless work of Ukrainian drone operators. Strike groups from multiple Ukrainian units, including FPV drone and bomber teams, are carrying out continuous aerial operations against advancing enemy infantry. Using real-time intelligence, thermal surveillance, and coordinated targeting, Ukrainian pilots identify assault groups at the approach stage and engage them before they can reach their objectives. Detect, engage, neutralize. This is the daily work of Ukrainian anti-drone teams. Ukrainian defenders continuously monitor the sky using thermal imaging devices, optical surveillance, radar systems, and direct visual observation. This constant airspace control allows them to detect hostile drones at the earliest possible stage, often before the enemy can complete targeting or strike preparations. Enemy UAVs are used for reconnaissance, artillery correction, and direct attacks. That is why every second of early detection matters. Once a drone is spotted, Ukrainian fighters reach immediately, tracking, suppressing, and neutralizing the threat before it can inflict damage on personnel or equipment. Exceptional consistency and professionalism in this work are demonstrated every day by the soldiers of the 12th Special Purpose Brigade Azov. Their anti-drone teams operate around the clock, adapting to changing enemy tactics, new technologies, and increasingly complex aerial threats. A combat operation carried out by FPV drone pilots of the 63rd Mechanized Brigade of Ukraine in the Serbyansky forest area. Ukrainian defenders continue to apply precise, high-tech tactics to stop enemy advances and destroy hostile forces on the front line. FPV drones have become one of the key tools in modern warfare, allowing Ukrainian units to strike quickly, accurately, and with minimal risk to their own soldiers. These operations significantly weaken enemy positions and disrupt their movements. Watch how Ukraine's defense forces methodically push the occupiers back and regain control over critical areas of the front line. This video shows the combat work of fighters from the Pentagon Battalion of the 225th Assault Regiment of Ukraine during autumn operations in the Sumy region near the village of Oleksiyivka. Ukrainian defense forces continue to repel enemy assaults and protect their positions under extremely difficult conditions. According to military assessments, the opposing side relies mainly on repeated mass attacks without proper tactical depth or planning, prioritizing sheer numbers over coordination and strategy. Despite constant pressure, Ukrainian units maintain control of the situation on the battlefield, demonstrating resilience, discipline, and effective coordination in defending their land. That's all for now. If you believe the world should know the truth about this war, make sure to subscribe, like and share this video so everyone can see what Ukraine is fighting for. Together we're stronger, together we bring victory closer.